actually be willing to trip.
Sorry to cut you off, you guys. This is kind of interesting. I have a car today. My Camaro, Hermione,
I've actually got
is functioning thanks to my hubby. And I got the plug, so it's plugged in, and supposedly, if all goes well, a sustainable connection and battery. You know, we're right by Colonel, or he's sleeping, so I'll try to be
hopefully I can get
quiet.
I
I can show you what's going on here.
That one you wouldn't believe. Definitely place it on. I got out of jail. The one thing I was worried about taking so much toll on my body and all that. Not great for me. Contacting anybody, no money, no but the walks are, the walks are find a spot where I best exercise at the end of the day. Or I just walk. And I was about 3 miles out of town. I ran into this brand new guy taking his buddy's kid out to like smash pennies on the track. He thought they were Jehovah's Witnesses. He brought me back to his place. He was trying to convert me. I'm Dylan. Nice to meet you. And like, it's like,
That's
pick you up and like,
Michael, oh yeah,
yeah, so I get that.
I don't know if you guys were watching it, Spokes, or not, but one thing that was said I really liked. Kira said, you know, I think it was Kira, we're going to get some publicity here that this is our occupation. 6.5 months later, let's have it known that Portland's been occupying. And thank God, because we've been a light for people because we still exist when they get beat up, when their camps get destroyed, and they keep trying and trying and trying over and over, as we have. Just having a vigil, having a presence, occupying, whether it's one person or 40, has helped keep the movement going in our way. And I think it's going to do more. I'm really excited. Hey, nice look for you.
Depends on which day and which
He's in yellow today.
42. I'm feeling really bothered today.
42.
Nope, not anymore.
Hey, that's the answer to the question of life, the universe, and everything. Number 42. That's the answer to the question of life, the universe, and everything.
That's right. Yeah.
So,
I think we have the answer here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be here to sleep everything July 1st? Just a show everywhere.
I mean, I'm on probation. I'm not supposed to leave.
Yeah. Well, like.
This is really the only place that we can be in Oregon where there's safe insurance and Mary, come chill out, cat. Nap time.
Oh, geez.
Mary, do you have a pen in your car?
Thank you.
Never mind. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I don't have any, actually.
I hope you guys make sure that none of this stuff starts spilling out to the street. Like the space concrete and the viruses are sort of spilling over into the road. That way, the people
Okay.
Alright, that sounds very nice.
Yeah. We've been trying to keep it proper.
Alright,
But yeah, just give me if you
Right on.
text me, that'd be way better.
Thank you.
Grace,
We'll do that.
thank you very much.
I really appreciate it.
Okay.
Be safe.
So, police officer just asked us to get folks back up onto the street.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, but some IMs will go weird with the voice of voice. Unless it's like out of the country. Google Voice is free text.
You don't see that very often.
Alright, I'll see you guys around.
Ways, but Larry knows the closest one, I think. It's a little bit of walk now. We've got a couple 24-hour routes here.
Yeah, did you guys hear that?
We've got a couple 24-hour.
Did you hear that?
What?
Let me see if they heard that.
You got better camera, didn't you?
You
Got
recorded?
it. That would have been fun.
Hey,
He says it's okay to be here.
ustream.tv/channel/vigil-tv. So if you're on live stream, come over to this channel in order, thank you, El Damien, in order to tell me, did y'all hear that? Did you hear what the cop said? I wasn't able to move the camera because my battery is attached, and it's so low it would have killed it immediately if I'd moved it, because it's hanging out of my car. And I want to know if you heard the cop say, as JJ put it, it's okay for you to be on the sidewalk, but we don't want you spilling into the street. Did you hear him say it was okay for us to be in the sidewalk? Because let's keep in mind that this camping ban has not been lifted, and the cop just told us that it's okay to break the law.
Oh, okay. All right,
Which
yeah,
is
he
what
did, he
we're
did
going
say.
to expand into more areas that are free from this camping ban. This is, I guess, a camping ban law-free zone. Apparently.
Look, yeah, look, very clearly said he's okay with the on street, but not
just not on the street. We
not
have
on
to
the
stay on the sidewalk.
the
So,
sidewalk. Okay.
so if you guys could give me some feedback. Oh, you didn't hear it? Oh, shoot.
But
No, I was 7 minutes ago. I have been on for 7 minutes,
I
according,
heard
and it was within that.
June 22nd,
So,
Friday, 1:45. I think about 40. Yes, he said so.
So if anyone else happened to be on here while that happened, I will say, El Damien, that once this is posted, we should be able to go back and look at. This sounds like Liz Fraser, Talk To Twins, doesn't it? I don't know. Anyway, we should be able to go back to the video. So we'll check it out and see if we can actually hear that. That was pretty awesome. He was very cordial.
That's very clear.
You know what he stopped for is because I left my car door wide open in the middle of the road. It's basically made him stop. I didn't mean to do that. It's an accident.
So that means we need to police that part. That part seems to be literally on the street side.
Yeah, you know.
Shall we become literally police?
Maybe I'll put out my orange cone.
Okay.
Am I allowed to do that?
Let's find out.
I don't know.
If you just put them there and watch the police car going, and you find out soon.
That's one way to find out.
Yeah. Then if he said something, oh sorry, we then put them back.
That sounds like the way we do things, Jiro.
Yeah.
All right.
Trial and error.
Or whatever your name is, Anonymous.
Oh right.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay.
Or maybe we can develop our policeness. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe we should internalize more law. I don't know. How do you think?
Oh, I push.
Oh, you do? Oh my gosh.
I push. Well, I do what I think is legal to do.
Oh.
I think it's legal to do.
So put this red cone is legal.
What's the purpose of the code?
Like she likes to try out a little bit the boundary that I think feet are slightly out from the sidewalk to the street.
My feet are hanging over the sidewalk.
Oh, then if she put the corn, then this is dangerous. Then people are aware it's safe enough, so we have still a sense of keeping safe. I guess. Yeah. Oh wow, you have one.
I have a pylon.
Oh gosh. Wow, amazing social activist. Oh, yes,
You can't. Don't.
Oh,
Do
okay.
not do that.
Okay.
I have to careful with that plug.
I see. Very sensitive thing.
Oh, it's good. No, it's okay.
So it's June 22nd, 1:48 Friday. Like the pylon cone is now put there so that it's more visible, so nobody have trouble with that foot. So that's how we keep, coping, policing ourselves, and just keeping safe, protecting people. We are becoming very good police nowadays.
There we go. We'll see what they say. Anyway, thank you, Rise. We will check the video later. But that's kind of cool.
I feel very powerful and empowered to become own police. That's very nice thing. And I like to protect police too. Like, any police, if they feel dangerous, then I protect them.
You protect them?
That's like a nice integration.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we
Um,
have been working with authority more than some Occupy Independent Action. Some of them playing softball with the Parks Department,
oh yes, I heard that.
reaching out to the police department. Mike wants to. I don't know.
My police?
Mike, no, our Mike, who's, working with Parks for the softball,
Yeah.
he wants to do it now with the police. He wants to play
Really?
softball with the police.
That's amazing. I like that.
I don't know.
Really? Okay.
Some wounds there, but
Oh.
but you know what?
Would-
Some with the Parks Department, and we played softball with them.
Right. Would you like to talk about a little about these painful wounds?
Yeah, I have Parks Department at Szymanski res- caused violence
Oh yeah.
on children
Mm.
by we occupied and we were told we couldn't have tents. Tents went up again, told we couldn't have tents, then negotiated with police. If we take down these tents, can we at least stay here with our sleeping bags? Police said yes.
Oh.
But my friends were very wary of that promise, didn't want to take down the tents, didn't trust police, explained how the police had made a promise to them in the street by Chapman Lonsdale, the original occupation, and broken that promise. So I had to work very hard with some other people to convince both sides that we had an agreement that would be honored. And I went to the police and I was recording them. I actually did not show that I was recording them, so I haven't done anything with that. But I asked, do you understand that my friends here are very distrusting because of what happened? You can't let us down. You can't break this promise. If we take our tents down, we are getting your verbal contract that we can be here with sleeping bags. In the morning, very, very rude Parks Department man. I believe he was the head of, I think he is Art Hendricks' boss. I'm not sure. He came out with police and started waking people up very rudely with flashlights and handing everyone warnings. And if you get a warning, it means you can't do it again or you'll be excluded for 30 days. But it wasn't fair to give a warning because we'd been given permission. So people were complaining. He got more aggressive and the police were helping him. So I went to a policeman and he said, well, I never got that information from the night shift. They said you couldn't have sleeping bags either, which was not true. They specifically said we could. And so he didn't have that information. He said if you have it recorded, I would let them know. And do something, but his hands were tied. And that's because when they gave permission, they were like the uncle giving permission. And the Parks Department is like the father who says, no, the uncle didn't have the authority. And so that verbal contract that we had he's saying didn't matter. And therefore, everyone had to get up immediately, and he could be belligerent and frightening with all of these police. Well, one of the people he tried to wake up was 15, I believe, 15. He was just had gotten to sleep after a long night, and when they woke him up, he said something like, "Touch me again, I'll kill you."
Whoa.
Now, he was still under the sleeping bag. He didn't even know who was kicking him. That was enough for him to be dragged by his hair, and a giant clump of hair, and I have this on camera, a giant clump of hair was yanked out of his head.
Ouch. Ouch.
And our friend Jean was holding it, screaming, freaked out. There was a bunch of kids freaked out, and young adults. This guy he wasn't crying, but he was crying out. He's like, "What do you want with me? I'm just a kid. Why are you doing this?" He was taken off like he was a giant, like they had to grab him with all this force. It was such huge amount of force that they used. Then, after they had done this, they left. And police came, the channel channel wasn't 8, because those guys are horrid, although they were nice to Cameron today. Channel 6, I believe, or channel 2. Trying to remember her name. Carla Castano, I think, or something like that. She interviewed me, and I had in my hand something that said, "Journalists rise up and tell the truth." And I told her that I didn't trust the journalist because I had watched them film soapy water and call it sewage and lie, film rocks for tarps and call it weapons and lie, and ignore every positive thing happening, like all the chaplains carrying candles on our last night and 10,000 people, in celebration of the parks. They lie, and they cut things out. And I never see the police brutality on tape. So that's why I'm going to hold this sign. And I realize that it's going to be cut out, but if you're going to interview me, I'm holding this sign. I heard my uncle said it was cut out then, because he never saw the sign. But the point was, I told her about the brutality I just witnessed, and as she was filming, and I told her not to cut this out, she said she would try, but it's her editors and, more importantly, the boss. It's not her, not the news reporter, not the camera person that makes that call, but she would try. She would lobby for that. And as she is talking to me with the camera, right behind me, a woman named Haley, who I imagine is 19 or less, probably about 110 pounds, was told that she had to get up and produce ID when she said, "I don't want to tell you my name because I'm allowed to be here. The police told me I could be here, and you're picking on me. Why do I have to tell you my name? Why not these other people? Why not Joe over at Arlene Schnitzer?" I was given permission by the police, and they demanded her ID, and she said, "I know my rights." And they grabbed at her, and she just hopped back. She says, "I'm not running." And she hopped back, "But I don't want to give you my ID." At which point, they grabbed her from the wall. Now, she was on a wall that was short. It was about 3 feet or 2 feet tall. Down below was a Rubbermaid tote, a large one, open with things in it. They grabbed her from the wall, and when they yanked her to the ground, her foot fell into the tote and one outside, so she tumbled in the tote and face planted onto the cement.
Whoa.
From her feet being 2 feet off the ground down to the cement. And after that, a 250-pound cop thought that he had to land his knee onto her neck.
Whoa.
She's a $110. She is small.
Wow.
All she did was say she didn't want to give her ID because she had a right to be there. She didn't do anything wrong. And that was enough for them to carry her off and then drop it down to a violation and then dismiss it after she, I think, went to jail. So people were having their jail time served and then having things dropped to violations, and then dropped altogether. And instead of fighting that, she decided that she would take it. But other people have insisted and still not been allowed to have court after being put in jail. So Haley's my hero, and I feel very badly for that other kid. If you are a policeman and you need 3 policemen totaling 600 pounds to take down a 110-pound girl for talking to you, then you need to be fired. You're obviously not competent. There's something very aggressive and wrong. When you get a gun permit, you have to be competent to decide if you're in danger. And it's not okay to just say, oh, well, he was holding a banana, but it could have been a gun. You're held to some standard for discretion. These police are shooting people as if they just learned how to use a gun the day before. I mean, come on, that's their job. Anyway, so yeah, I have a problem with parks. And this man came to our GA. He apologized for having sent a letter saying that we had to have a permit when in fact we did not, because we had less than 150 people and no structures. So he said that he would write a new letter asking us this time for something very reasonable, which is, we agreed, just let us know if there's a group with a permit, we'll be happy to move down a block. But at one point he mentioned trust and going over to Szymanski. Szymanski's where all this brutality happened, at Park's hand, and I nearly lost it. I did call him on the carpet a bit, but I think a lot of us were very emotional when he suggested that we trust them and then said Szymanski in almost the same breath. This was a very violent day, or actually a couple, 3 days. Anyway, so now we've played softball.
Thank you very much for sharing. And thanks for listening.
Yeah, this is I want you to see. Look at here. See, this is Rise PDX in the chat room. El Damien is no, El Damien. You're from East Coast. Rise is one of us, and he has one of 2 live stream channels. So we're on 1 or 2 live stream channels. I know because it says we have 2 viewers, but really we have multiple viewers because if we're on live stream, they have their viewers. So that's pretty neat. I don't know how many, we'd have to look online. Or Rise, you could tell us. Anyway, so the thing is, he does something called the People's Open Mic. And right now, we're on, quote, the People's Open Mic.
Okay.
So
2 a.m.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. Thank you, Rise, for having us on. Did you see our cone?
And actually, police car was passing by and nothing happened.
Yeah, well,
The cone is pretty.
you know, they're going, giving their car and going home. They don't want to bother us. They want to go home.
So, yeah, maybe I put a little bit here. Maybe a few people listening. I'm I feel like this is my like a mantra. I like to create something more exciting than war and more sustainable than peace.
More sustainable than peace.
Yep.
What is more sustainable than peace?
Um, Actually, I don't know much, but this is just right. What is that?
More exciting than peace?
More exciting than war.
Wow. Oh, I see what you're saying. So
Uh-huh.
peace is very sustainable. You want something more sustainable.
Yes.
And war is exciting, but you want something more exciting.
Yes.
Yeah, war is exciting. It does
Yes.
get your blood pumping, and
Yes.
sometimes right out of your body.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh my gosh, yes.
Sorry, but
Yeah, or other person's body. Yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
But what is more exciting than peace? I think community, because I had no idea that people could just take care of one another and actually just work.
There it is.
Uh-oh, it's the rat race.
yeah, in
We worked for one another. I mean, there were people who were working all day long, but they didn't get a paycheck.
mm,
They didn't need a paycheck because they got all their food, their medicine, everything at the camp.
nice.
So it was a sustainable, volunteer-driven mission, including 24/7 assembly and living, together.
You know, I see like it is happening in a more distributed, more sustainable way. That's I see. Like I like a Friday, uh, community supported everything.
Friday.
Yeah, Friday. I forgot the time. I pull up my
You love time.
calendar. Yes, I have very strong attachment to numbers.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Give me a number that's 2 digits.
3, 4.
3, 4. Okay, now give me a moment.
And I'm finding out that Friday community supported everything is 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on uh, Colonel Summer Park.
Oh, Colonel Sumner Park.
Colonel Summers Park.
Okay.
That's at
Okay,
6 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Okay, so you said 34, so
Mm-hmm.
just a moment.
Mm-hmm. And
1156 is 34 squared.
wow.
I think. I gotta double check my answer. Hold on. Let's see. I think that's right.
How do you like the soiree? Is it bothering you? Is there anything at all that you complain about? Maybe I should.
No, it's good though.
Yeah, like
2156.
Mm-mm.
No?
1, 1.
Okay, now I have a calculator.
Let's see.
34
I
by
think I said
34.
1156. I don't remember what I
Yeah,
said.
1156. Right, that's it. Wow.
Give me another 2-digit number.
Um, 47.
That's a really hard one. Okay, hold on.
So,
Okay, hold on. Don't. Just a second. 47.
yes, I'm nothing. Somebody have a.
No talking. I gotta think here. I'm gonna start right now. 47. Okay, just a second.
I mean, it was like you only had 3 weeks left until you were unexcluded, and then they excluded you. It seems forever, but
1849. No. Wait, don't show me the
Oh, sorry.
answer. Don't show me the answer.
Sorry, I have a calculator. So, but obviously, right, you have a good visual memory.
I have to do it over again. 47.
Okay, time then. Now I like to entertain.
47. Okay.
So, anyway, so what else? I like
2,
creating media. Um, and what else? Let's say something. Right, I wanted to talk about the heaven and hell story. I love this story. Uh,
go over there.
no, now. I'm
Why?
shy.
No, you're not.
I'm very shy.
Okay.
Like
I'm
the
bothered
hell,
that I got 47 wrong. Okay, let me try one more time. You go ahead.
the hell people have long chopsticks. Maybe you know these stories. Then they try to eat on self, but chopsticks is too long, so you can't eat. So people are hungry and pretty unhappy. But in heaven, you know, people have the same long chopsticks, but people feed each other so that people can eat and they are happy. That's the story.
That's a good story.
Thank you, because I have difficulty to take care of myself, but very easy to take care of other people. So, yeah. Good one. What else? And I like Orange Brothers story.
What's that?
That one brother said, "I wanna have orange." Then other brother said, "I wanna have orange too. So let's cut them half and bring them back." And one brother start baking a cake and put the outside of orange and throwing out inside of orange, and other brother eat inside of orange and throw out outside of orange. So that's the story. So that means when you say I want to have orange, then somebody need to ask like, what does orange means for you?
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah. Then one person say, oh, it's great for baking cake. Another person say, it's so juicy. Then you got all of them.
I see.
Yes. That's
Well,
so that the police want to make protect somebody and occupy people. Some want to protest and something want to change the world, and I think both works pretty well. Nothing is conflict there. Okay, um, it's 2:11. Next.
1849?
Tough one. Maybe my calculator was wrong. Did I say 47?
47.
47.
I can't get it right.
47 by 47. Yeah.
What is it? 2209.
Just thinking.
Oh, God. Oh, I know what I did wrong.
Well,
Give me another one. One more.
let's
I know what I
say
did wrong.
26.
26. Okay, now I got it. 26. 26. This is easy. Why can't, okay. 26. 676.
So just a moment. I care about the people who are listening in live stream. At at least 2 a.m. on Friday. No, it's Friday? Yeah, it's Friday morning. So, um, oh, I noticed microphone is off. What does it mean?
No, that is a mute button, and
Oh, I
if you
see.
click it, the microphone goes off.
Gotcha.
Did you check my answer?
Oh,
Do you have a calculator?
yes.
26.
26 by 26.
Uh-huh.
Let's say 26 by 26. see?
Yeah.
Ta-da.
676?
Superb, superb.
Okay, I figured out what I was doing wrong.
So you do a visual way?
No, completing the square.
No, what's that?
Uh, you take the number and you break it into two. So 26, like I know fives and zeros, like 25, 20. I know all those. So if I know how to do 20 squared and 1 squared, I could do 21, but I would have to, instead of a squared plus b squared, it's actually a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So I have to go 20 squared plus 2 times 1 times 20 plus 1 squared. But what I did before is sometimes you have to subtract. Like if I wanted to do 24 and I know 25, I would have to go 25 squared minus 2 times 1 times 25 plus 1 squared.
Right. So what I'm
So I
seeing,
did plus instead of minus. I still have to do some adding in my head, but it's a parlor trick. But a parlor trick with lots of visual.
great. So I'm noticing, there's a two-person is speaking at front of Ustream, and we have very powerful focus. You are amazing about the number, very focused part. And
You like time.
yes, I'm like time.
Why
Yes.
do you like numbers?
Why do I like number? um, that's a good question. I'm trying to connect some, Occupy Portland social activist and then that question together.
Good.
So how do I combine? What was the question?
You like numbers.
I like number.
You
Why I
told
like
me. You
number?
told me when you see something happening,
Right.
you pull out your
Especially yes, I like time tracking.
orange. You're gonna. Your
What?
eye says orange. Orange. You're gonna change the world.
Orange, you're gonna change the. Yes, yes. Let's change the world. I like a
Orange.
nano revolution style. Means I expect a small change within 3 sentences. That's my expectation. So
Interesting.
yes. And then I'm a like a dialogue fundamentalist almost.
What is that?
Oh, the dialogue is everything almost.
Oh,
Yeah, for around the change and transformation.
okay.
I'm very geek about the all method about change and transformation.
Well, then you make sense about why it meant something to you that police officer said it's okay for you to be on the sidewalk.
Yes, the one
You
police
did.
officer said. Did you
Isn't
hear
that
that?
cool, Mike?
I believe so, yeah.
Oh, great.
It proves that we have the authority that we think we have by being here. The simple fact that we're here proves that we have the right to be here. Otherwise,
Right.
I mean, everywhere else they've kicked us out.
I don't know if you guys have
Oh,
figured
really?
this out yet,
Oh,
but
wow.
but uh, when we do something and we are allowed to, and the cops say you are allowed to, we actually have a case to change that law. By doing this, because that's one of the ways that laws get changed is by someone neglecting to enforce a law
right.
over
True.
time.
True.
It's like the squatting.
But you can't hope
You
for
can
that.
squat, but it is something that we are taking
It's
direct
an option.
action.
Yes.
That if we continue to grow around the block and we are having the camping ban not enforced, and in fact affirmed by cops that it won't be enforced, that it is okay for us to be here, over time, if they try to change their mind, we have a case. And we may not even have to do that if we just continue to grow and continue to
Oh my gosh,
occupy.
it's cleaning car showing up. Oh, they stopped cleaning. Oh, they're waving even.
Did they wave?
Yeah,
Yes.
you know why? Because the last time I did that a couple days ago, I called the cops on them.
Oh wow.
We were going to chase them down the road. We don't
Yeah.
like that. You
Well,
don't. No,
another reason.
when their thing is on, it will get everybody wet.
Yeah,
We
another
don't like that.
reason is
We
that
are here
same
for
day
protesting. We don't
Matthew
have the
called
right
their
to spray and
boss.
slaughter.
Wow.
I mean, I chased them down there. Asked, you can ask. We were talking about that about an hour ago.
Yeah.
The last time they came through here with water. And after I chased him down, there was a town right behind him, and I'm like, I flagged him down. And I'm like, you know what? No way. This is not going to work.
Well,
And
actually,
he's like,
are you talking about the same night that Matthew and I were on the phone to their
it's
boss?
actually happened like 3 or 4 times.
But which
Wow.
one does it happen since we talked to their boss?
It happened about a week ago, and that was when about a week ago, and that was when I got the business card from the cop that was in the
What
car.
is that?
A cigarette.
No. What do you got there?
A cigarette.
No, no, no.
And
Blast.
I
Fruit
wanted
punch? It looks
Iced
crazy.
tea. Iced tea.
Looks
It
insane.
looks like iced tea.
It's great.
It looks like a freaking
Whoa,
graffiti.
whoa,
It
ouch,
looks
ouch.
Yeah, it's really
It
good
does
though.
look big graffiti. Who tagged? Did you tag that cat?
Did you
Huh?
did you tag
Yeah, I
that can?
tagged it.
Oh, wow.
It looks like bubble yum.
Well, I had to make it me.
Oh.
You know,
Yes,
this
you
kid
can-
goes through a lot. I gotta give this kid a lot of credit. You know, over at Elmira's, have you ever? We were all together at Elmira's at one point, weren't we? At some parties.
Jiro?
You were at.
I
You
feel
were at
like,
Elmira's
Yeah,
a
you
couple
were
times.
there. You
yeah,
were
maybe
there.
I did.
Did
Yes, I
you?
did.
I think you were just really busy here. I think a lot.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
no party for me. I can't even go to GA
But
very often.
these guys are very eclectic to talk to. We would sit around the dining room table and just talk. That's what Elmira's party is basically what we do is just sit around the
That sounds
dining room
Yeah,
good.
table and talk.
When,
honestly,
when
it's
next
so
one?
great.
I don't no more
Elmira
at Elmira's,
Oh,
left.
okay.
Elmira left, didn't
but
she?
we will have plenty
Hey,
more
what happened to her house?
in July. They're gonna leave. They've
Mm.
known it for a while.
So they're all leaving.
Yeah, I don't know if he wants to sell it or what, but they've known for a while that they're gonna leave in July. So
Okay.
it's all good.
Well, I was
She gave
really
us a
hoping.
trailer. Elmira,
Elmira,
bless
I
her heart,
love
we
I
her.
used a
love
trailer.
Elmira.
She is
She
so
is
great.
such
I
a
really
kind
love that
soul.
woman. I
I love her.
really like. If that woman would have given me the time of day, I would have married her.
Of course.
Mm.
You know what? She probably has a lot of people who would marry Elmira.
You
Yeah,
know, I think
that's true.
that might be a problem
That might.
actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Really? Okay, that's
yeah.
kind of polygamous against law kind of
It's
thing?
overload.
Oh, really? Okay.
Does she get?
Offer overload.
I see.
Does she get?
Yeah, she
She can
gets it.
choose.
She gets it a lot.
Because she's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Sure.
But she's
She's
kind.
she's
Yes, very
beautiful
Generous.
all the
Very
way
kind
around.
soul.
So the
Way too generous for her own good.
Oh.
No,
Yes.
She gave us a
Yes.
trailer
I'll
to
say
we don't
use.
this.
determine that.
oh wow.
I'll say this. You
Yeah,
know,
that's right.
she is because
Hey.
she opens up her
Oh,
But
right.
she's no
house.
fool.
This is a
She's no
Ustream.
fool. Elmira's no
Ustream.
fool.
Yeah, now you're what you're saying here is
Am I
all
on
broad.
Ustream?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Well, Ustream, if you
Your
don't
artwork,
know
I mean, your
Elmira, you should
supplies.
greatly meet her
Let me
because
get a
she
check.
is such
Check.
a wonderful human being.
She.
Just her soul is so on point. Like, she
Mm.
knows that we have to get together on a higher level to understand each other, to really get to know each other. Amara is such a beautiful person. Like it's so funny with this Occupy Portland movement. Hello, people. I love you all. So here's the thing with this Occupy Portland movement. The whole concept is love. Period. Straight love. We love everybody. We love you. We love everybody here. We love the people who are here that cannot be. We love everybody. Love is like the greatest, dude. Like, I can't express enough the concept of how deeply
Oh my gosh.
we love.
June 22nd to 22 second 2012. Sorry.
Oh,
Oh my
two
god.
two
There
two
were lots
two.
of two. Yeah.
Yeah, lots of twos. He likes
Two,
numbers.
two, 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 two,
Yes. Go say
two,
hi to the camera.
Oh,
Just
you can go
don't
that
double
way.
two.
don't step
Oh,
on
am I here?
don't step
Do I
on
have to?
on Colonel.
I'm not gonna go. Is that Colonel?
Yeah, don't step on him.
Colonel. I love Colonel. Hey, you guys, look, love is the greatest thing that we could ever have. The
Mm.
greatest quality of life. I'm sorry. Forgive me for smoking this horrible accursedness. It's just a cigarette, not weed, you know? And I
Thank
dropped
you.
it because, you know, it it was burning my hands.
Mm.
And I don't like it when tobacco burns my hands because then it just attaches itself to you and
Ouch.
it's horrible. It
Yeah.
really is, honestly.
Oh, some special car is showing up, like ambulance.
Yeah, you just saw the lights flash of the freaking Poe that
No, that was the ambulance.
was that the ambulance. Something happened, oh people, and something happened that wasn't good, and that's
I
why
think
the
he's just
ambulance
going
felt
through
like they had
a
to
light.
fucking raise their freaking sirens, and they tried to blare it, but you know what? We we maintained.
I need to find my
We're hot. We're all hot. You guys, we're all hot.
You're
Okay.
flying high, right?
I'm uh I'm sleeping soon.
I'm not flying high, dude. I'm just like really flying. That's just I'm flying.
Good.
You know,
Thank you very much
flying.
for sharing.
Flying is good. I love you guys. You guys, peace out, y'all. Right? Big peace, ups and downs, and everywhere in between. I love you guys all very, very much. Very, very much. You guys have no idea how much I love you guys. Dude, thank you so much for doing this, man. I really highly appreciate it. Can I get daps? Daps?
Daps is
Word?
for daps.
Daps? That's what they call daps. Yep.
Daps. Okay, now I learned how to daps like this. Okay,
There you go.
got it.
Ooh, he said it. He said it. He did it.
Oh,
Yeah.
some new chats show up. They're saying
Peace.
that is a lot of
Peace.
twos. Yeah.
And that is the double two,
Okay, let's.
the double
Okay,
digits.
maybe I can talk about the Dalai Lama joke.
Yes.
Yes. So, so Dalai Lama was invited to New York City for new vacuum cleaner.
Hmm.
And then Dalai Lama, he's a kind of like I think like a religious. It used to be also political leader of Tibet.
Hmm.
And Dalai Lama said, "New vacuum cleaner, Dalai Lama new vacuum cleaner come with no attachments." Okay, next one.
Come with no
Yeah, and
attachments.
he became a little bit hungry, so he went to hot dog, to the New York City. And
Hmm.
this part, I think this one is a formally he made joke, so probably lots of people know. But he, wanted to eat a hot dog. Then hot dog vendor asked Dalai Lama, "What do you want?" Then Dalai Lama said, "Oh, please make me one with everything." Okay.
One with everything.
Right. Then next, like uh, hot dog vendor actually also said, "Yeah, I can make with everything. However, you have to provide the relish."
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. See? Yes.
Yeah. Then also,
See?
yeah, hot dog vendor asked one more thing, like,
That's awesome.
uh, anything else would you like to put? Then Dalai Lama said, ketchup, ketchup. Then hot dog vendor answered that, "Oh yeah, I'm still working on, please be nice. You already enlightened one, but I'm still working on. So please don't rub my face."
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I have a
See?
joke.
See?
See. Okay. Then everything was created, and Dalai Lama eaten the hot dog, and then after right, he had only $20 bill, and then he paid. Then he was waiting, change his page, but change didn't show up. So he asked hot dog vendor, "Where's my change?" Then hot dog vendor answered that change comes from within. So these are Dalai Lama jokes.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
it
very
does.
like
Yeah,
a lot of jokes there.
yeah. See,
Very.
see,
I have one.
right?
You do want to?
It's a story.
Okay.
You, I'm gonna tell my story.
Yeah.
Me? When I was at OSU many years ago, it's a rural town, Corvallis. They have a lot of farming,
Corvallis.
and I saw my friend. I'm a fan of the book Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Oh, 49, 42?
42.
42.
Yeah, so you
Oh my
know,
God.
I thought you'd like that book because it's numbers.
Yes.
You know, the
Especially
answer
that
to
one.
life, the answer to the question of life, the universe, and everything is 42 in the book. And we all read it. So when our friend showed up with a keychain that said 43,
Oh.
it was red, had white number. And we said, "What's that?" He said, "It's a cow tag. Not the ear, the neck. It's a big cow tag." We said, "Is it just red?" He said, "No, they come in black." Perfect. Because, like, white, friendly letters, don't panic, only 42. So this was 42. We want 42, not 43. But where'd you get it? A feed store in Corvallis. So we went to the farm supply and feed store. I had an order. My friends all wanted one. I think they were $2 a piece if you just buy them in singles. So I had some money. But there were only two on the wall that were black because it was 1 through 200. And I just wanted the 42. So I took both of them. And I went up to the counter and I said, "Do you have any more 42s?" I said, "Just what's there." I said, "Could you order some more?" He said, "Yes, but it's best if you number your cows differently."
See,
That's my story.
word. See, exactly, exactly. Numero uno will always be numero uno, and that's all there is to it. Peace out, y'all. I love you guys very much.
Thank you very much.
I'm gonna.
I think I'm. Yeah, it's 2:30 a.m. I like to sleep. I keep my sleeping pattern. So
Thank you, guys.
thank you very much for listening.
Oh wait, that wasn't to me. He liked that joke.
Really? Which one joke?
No,
Laugh
no.
laugh out loud. Out loud. That was a good
I don't know. Both.
one.
I don't know which joke, but probably all of them.
All
I
of
like
them.
your story.
Yeah.
That's a good story.
Yeah. Recently there was like a very short.
Change comes from within.
Yes.
That's a good.
And also recently relish was added, and also ketchup was added.
With ketchup.
Okay. Maybe I just tell again. Like,
Okay, tell me again.
okay, because I'm telling many times so that I almost get enlightened. So Dalai Lama's invited. Thanks for listening again. Now 3 people listening. Um, Dalai Lama was invited New York new vacuum cleaner conference, and then he presented Dalai Lama, Tibet, religious spiritual leader. Dalai Lama new vacuum cleaner comes with no attachments. Then he became hungry and he went to New York City to eat a hot dog. So hot dog vendor, no, what is, no, no, no. First hot dog vendor asked, "What do you want? What would you like to have?" Then Dalai Lama answered that please make me one with everything. I think this is a he made joke originally. I
Okay.
believe a lot of people know this one. Then the hot dog vendor answered that yes, I can make. However, you have to provide own relish. then hot dog vendor started making hot dog with everything, and then um, just asked to Dalai Lama, anything else would you like to have? Then Dalai Lama answered, uh, ketchup or ketchup. Then then hot dog vendor answered also said, well, you are the enlightened one, but I'm still working on, don't rub my face. Except, okay. Then after Dalai Lama, got the hot dog and he paid. He had only $20 bills. He paid, and he was waiting his change. Then waited, but nothing happened. So Dalai Lama asked to hot dog vendor, "Where's my change?" Then hot dog vendor answered that the right change comes from within.
Okay.
That's a whole story.
So I didn't know that there was all the.
Yeah, it's a long story.
Ketchup.
Catch up. Yeah.
So did the Dalai Lama tell this joke?
Yeah, I think the please make me one with everything is I think he made like somebody interviewed and he made joke on self.
That's good.
That's I heard. Okay.
That's really good.
Good. Oh, something new. Oh, 4 viewers now.
Well, those
How?
4 viewers.
Wow,
So
this joke
include.
has some serious depth. Yes. Oh, actually, there's one more joke I forgot.
Okay.
Um, I think. Oh yeah. He also. Uh, no, the hot dog vendor asked. Which one asked? But somebody asked that. Uh, um, um, somebody asked about the bun of a hot dog.
Mhm.
Then. Uh, oh right, like. I forgot the question, but I know the answer.
What's the answer?
Somebody answered that. Oh yeah. You you came from bun tradition.
Okay. How does that?
Oh my gosh. No, this is like a little bit like not so easy because Tibetan Buddhism was originally like really influenced by a Bon tradition, which a little more shamanic and thing. So that was a part of the joke, but I forgot the structure because I think the bread, the bun, and the Bon tradition are combined, something like
Okay.
that. You came from that tradition kind of joke, but I'm not quite making enough joke, but that knowledge is needed. So I'm not sure it's easy for lots of people.
Yeah.
Very few people know,
Well,
Bon.
you know what it sounds like? It sounds like if the Dalai Lama were talking to a crowd,
Hmm.
this would be like the geek joke where
Yeah.
everybody there laughs because they know what he's saying.
Right. Only like Dzogchen or yeah, only Dzogchen people can laugh or something like that. Yeah.
So you're teaching me though.
Oh yeah. Yes. Now Dalai Lama's teaching us, spreading out. I'm becoming a spiritual leader.
Well, you said change the world in 3 sentences.
All right. Yeah, I
A
expect.
little bit.
Oh yeah, and also 24 hours lucid dreaming.
Mm.
24 hours lucid dreaming.
How would you do that?
When you are sleeping and you notice you are sleep, you having a dream,
Yeah.
then yeah, that's great. Like yeah, now you know you're in dream. The one simple way to do that is always you ask, is this dream? Is this dream? That's one simple way. Okay, other one is when you think you're awake, you access something dreamy thing. You are dreaming 24 hours, so you just you can use active imagination or whatever, just daydreaming.
Daydream.
Yeah, or something weird, something unknown thing, something bothering you. You can be that figure. Like, Occupy Portland, everybody can be police if
Ah.
you get bothered by police. And if you do police well, and police don't bother you anymore.
Do you now you played the police?
Uh-huh.
You were the camper,
Uh-huh.
and um, what's his name? Lance?
Uh,
No.
yeah.
No.
The Mohican person.
Yes, Mohican person.
Hmm.
He he was the police.
Yes.
So just like you have said, by playing police, it's a way to ease and change.
Yes, at least you will not be agitated by police presence if you practice many, many times.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, you can be more lucid and you can do whatever you more, more fluid, easy way.
Wow.
Yes,
Wow, that is fascinating.
yes.
Um, let me see here.
Dalai Lama.
Dalai Lama, serious death. Um, layer after layer is better the second time. Oh, good. You like the joke better the second time.
That's good.
That's like the second hot dog.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
better. So that that lucid dreaming I've done. Uh,
Oh,
I've done intentionally. I
oh.
went into a lucid dream on purpose because what happened was I had a dream that was teaching me something,
Mm.
and in that dream, I didn't. Uh, it was better than my reality at the time,
Oh.
better life, but also making me aware that my situation needs to change. And I was having a dialogue with my teacher, and I knew I was dreaming.
Mm-hmm.
So I got up in the morning and I participated in my unhappy life. And I went, hell with this, I'm going to bed and I'm going to have that dream again. And I just continued our conversation in
Wow.
my sleep.
Wow.
And I did that one more time after that the next day. And what was really weird is I knew that if I told anyone that my teacher would be gone. And sadly, he was after I told my friend.
Oh,
That was it. I
interesting.
knew that.
Wow.
I don't know why. And maybe I made that happen because I had set that rule.
Hmm.
But I just had a feeling that this was special and I had to choose. But I needed to talk to my friend about what I had learned. So I chose to do that.
Mm.
And I had already said goodbye.
Cool.
I said goodbye in my dream. That's the third time that I went into this dream.
Mm.
I said goodbye to my teacher. So, and yeah. So there you go.
Great.
I've experienced that.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
And like so it sounds like I feel like I'm becoming your teacher and I'm saying almost goodbye.
Because you're gonna go to sleep.
Right,
Are
and
you,
but
where are you
I want
going?
I'm going south deep southeast. But I like to share one more thing.
Please do.
Um, when you think you're alive, don't forget people are already dead. That's one thing. Like, sometime once a year or a few times, whatever, you just remember people who already gone, not in this, somebody left in this world. How, and, let's say, and, when you think you're dead, you're already dead, you went to other world, and don't forget, some people are still alive. You maybe remember some people still alive. So that's a one of, I don't know, like some good practice to remember. So yeah, thanks for listening. And
Well, bye, Jiro. Are you gonna
yes,
come back to us another time?
I occasionally show up.
Okay. Well, I'm here
I'm
on odd nights.
odd night
Odd nights.
20.
So today is the morning, so it's
Oh, gotcha.
even. But odd night, even morning.
Wow.
So just remember, look at my ears. Mary is odd. That's my mnemonic device for you.
Wow.
Mary is odd. Odd nights.
That's amazing.
Except the end of the month. I'm not here on the end of the month.
Okay.
Because if it's odd night, the first comes after the 31st.
Oh,
I don't come twice in a row.
gotcha.
July 1st is our party. Did you know that?
No, what is that?
We have a party for the 7th month of the occupation. This gentleman here is planning this, and he's actually going to help us with the cleanup and maintenance the next day, because we have that difficulty after a party that the next afternoon is usually kind of, like when you have a soiree in your house and people are, passed out and wake up at 1 p.m.
Yes.
So we have to have a not passed out, but we have to have a cleanup and just kind of get back into protest and demonstration mode, community outreach, all that. We have to get back into that after a party.
Gotcha.
But that evening should be wonderful, and you should come.
Oh, okay.
You come. Here, you can have our hands on TP right here. Okay, here we go. You come.
Good. Maybe I put in my calendar just a moment.
Yeah.
It says July 1st.
Yeah.
This one. What time?
I don't know. People usually show up 7, 8, something like that.
7, 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's all night. All night.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Like Lionel Richie.
Uh-huh.
Like Sting.
All right, I know why it's
That's a
7
joke.
p.m. because I used to show up 7 p.m. all the time in Occupy Portland because the parking will be free after 7.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we are taking advantage of that with our cart occupation.
You said taking advantage. Okay,
That's
anyway,
right.
so please have good sleep and keep dreaming. What else? Very crucial one is just keep breathing. If you are able to breathe consciously for a long time, you will be enlightened. Okay.
Really? Okay.
Yes, yes,
Good to know. We'll see you later, Anonymous, who I keep saying the name of accidentally.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Sometimes he's on camera, sometimes not. That was fun. If you're wondering why we have nothing on camera, everybody's asleep. Okay, let's see here. It's very quiet. There's a few people up over there.
Shut up. No. Shut up. Why you laughing?
So over there, JJ from Reno, standing there with Mike Witty. JJ has offered to help with kind of security tonight, in the sense that he's got his eyes open, and sometimes I'm the only one awake, um, and it's great to have somebody to walk you to the loo and somebody else to watch. In fact, I'm gonna go down to this one right here. So it won't be. I don't know if anybody's gonna know to come up to the camera and talk, but. Oh, got another road trip. Hi, Aldamian. I wish I could see your actual link. Before you go, can you tell me by spelling out the word dot so it doesn't shorten the link? Because I always see your link as part of your post, but I can't actually read it because it shortens to a tiny URL type of thing. So I'd really like to know what you're from. Unless you're gone already. Oh, he's already gone. Hey, Rise, did you happen to see? I mean, you can probably go to that tiny URL. I'm curious where Aldamian's from. Oh, there you are. Yeah, I want to see that that URL from Aldamian spelled out so that it doesn't shorten it to a tiny URL. Hi. These are nice people I got. Yeah.
It's your camera. If you want
Hi,
to break it by pointing at me,
Hi, JJ.
you might want to cover the lens before the camera explodes.
Hey, tell me about Reno.
Oh, shoot. The biggest little city in the world. The biggest little occupation in the country. Very small. We have smaller occupations in Nevada. I've heard of, I think it was Yarrington, one person. We had one person occupation. Came into Reno one time. We hung out for a little bit, for a day or two. Came to one of our GAs. He says, "Hi, I'm from Yarrington. He says, we have occupied area." I said, "Really? How many people?" He says, "One."
So while he was there was no occupation.
He said, "One." I was like, "Oh man." I guess the secret to Reno is
That wind.
Senate Majority Leader.
Hang on, hang on. I don't want to yell over this to the colonel. We're on our commercial break.
The street sweepers are coming. The street sweepers are coming.
Okay, so Reno.
Reno. one thing, Senate Majority Leader of the United States of America, this office is in Reno, Nevada, Harry Reid. Definitely has to do with the governor.
Wait a minute.
Also,
Wait a minute.
Heller, I think, is.
Hold on.
Just a cigarette before you go on with your interview.
Here where I can hear you. Or it won't bother Colonel.
Now you're gonna get this.
Come here. Okay, Rise, oh, now you have it too. Live at HTTP. Oh, that must be us. You stream only with a dot before the AM. /KK capital CW. They must automatically make a tiny URL. The reason I ask is because I get the feeling like El Damien is a streamer. He's on the East Coast, but I don't know anything about him or her.
Damien?
El Damien, like L the letter, one
Oh.
word, DAM.
Yeah, I know a friend of mine
IEN.
named Damien. There's so many, but there's so many Damiens.
Let's
I'm
try
sure.
that.
Who cares?
All right, you heard it. Okay, so that must be it. If you go to Ustream with a dot in between the E and the A, and then /KKCW, where the second K and the W are lowercase and the K and the C are uppercase. That's weird. Okay, so we're talking about Reno Occupy. So you were saying the Senate
Majority Leader of the United States. I don't know, something to effect if he runs the Senate. He's one of the Senate Majority Leader. You guys know what this is all about.
Not
His
me.
office is in Washington, D.C. Obviously, there's lots of, what do you call it, Homeland Security presence there. Because when he comes into town, he doesn't live in Reno, but his office is there. He comes into town every once in a while and takes care of his business. And of course, he needs to be quite safe. But the president, is like the president of the Senate. It's important. And he's got a lot of decision making done there for the country. A lot of things he does a lot of time in Washington D.C., but he also does time working in Reno. And so to be able to go to his office and say, hey, there's something coming up in the Senate for a vote. Can you please not? There's people around here not too interested in having that happen. Can you please not vote no? Or yes, we are good about it. Can you please vote yes? It's kind of a neat place there. We got a government courthouse where his office is in. And you can go right to his office instead of having to go all the way to Washington, D.C. And so it's true.
So are you saying you basically have the ear of the Senate because you house the Senate Majority Leader in your town?
I don't know what it means. I really don't.
But you have access to the Senate Majority Leader.
I've heard it brought up. Yeah, his office is right there in Reno.
Huh.
No, he's not there very often, but there are times that you can still leave a message. You can make an appearance there. You don't have to go. Most people have to go to Clary, Washington to go in front of the Senate. This guy is really. If you can get his attention, it gets to everybody's attention.
So, are you guys using that access right now for Occupy?
We have. We've approached him on the NDAA.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
What did you say?
We went into his office with some of our people and said, hey, we really don't want this going through. And they said, well, you got to go now. And we had people outside. We were standing outside the courthouse, outside the building, and security came up on them and said, you guys can't be standing out. And we're waiting for them. Well, you got 15 minutes. But they're not
you guys gotta go now.
Now, is this a place that you're legally allowed to be? Where you
To a
work?
point.
Um,
To a point.
this was outside
Up to
of
15 minutes.
his office.
Outside the building, up to 15 minutes.
What is the building?
Government courthouse. Or, yeah, government building, we always call it. It's the government courthouse, I think. Pretty sure. Let me see, what else about Reno? Um, not really that much.
Unless you're gonna let me take, can I use your bathtub? I'll get
There's something else I can't remember offhand. It's been a long night.
your bathtub.
Yeah, it's kind of like in Portland, you have
Gibberish.
Detroit. In Portland, you have the Trade Center. You know, and certain things. It's kind of a strategic point. Otherwise, the one thing that was experimented with was having a site by permit. There was only like 15 or 16 cities in the whole country that went by permit instead of just taking the park. We got a permit out, and so we were a permitted site. It had good and bad effects. Good because it was a lot safer, it was a lot more stable. We had a time period that, as long as we followed within the rules, we knew we had 3 months. And then we were able to even extend that if we wanted to. We didn't. But then, of course, it didn't have such a strong impact of pissed off people really are and fed up with it. You know, to where they were stepping on the ground that was, you know, accessing different rules and laws that I've been learning about and told of. Yeah, a law has to be followed, but if you feel it's unconstitutional, then maybe there's avenues to.
Challenge the law.
There you go.
Like we are. You know, this is really
There you
interesting.
go.
I have something to tell you
And
about
so
that
that
you will
impact,
lie.
that
like
impact was not really pushed, you know.
Yeah, with the permit, right?
And
Because
then
you're
people
almost
say, "Oh, you
acknowledging
just yeah."
the
People
lack
say,
of freedom
yeah,
of assembly.
yeah. But of course, like I said, we were able to do certain things that some of the other sites couldn't.
Right.
Not very many.
But you
was,
had that
it was,
stability.
It was a
You
good
didn't
test.
feel
It
like
was a
you were
good
going to be
test.
thrown
Yeah, I
out.
was able to have children come to the site. Yeah, people would show up with their children, and we were able to educate people and their teenage or college level children that were, you know, pushing their.
And you didn't have the hate
They were a lot.
from the community
The
about
people
your
would bring their
breaking.
kids there instead of keeping their kids away.
So the community supported your occupation because it was permitted. Did they support you?
They were able to come to the site a lot more, feeling a lot more comfortable about coming to the site, and then in effect we were able to open education, you know, open the channels of education to those people. The kids didn't stay on the site, but they were able to come there and visit with their parents, and the parents felt comfortable, and plus we were able to access different types of people, maybe even older people that might not feel safe coming into a kind of sketchy thin line situation. It was really neat.
Yeah.
It was nice. And yes, we had fire, where most sites didn't, and especially in the wintertime as well. But still, you know, there's a lot. It was better, you know, in some ways. In some ways, it wasn't. But we experimented with that way, and we did hold an occupation solid 3 months, and we could have pushed it even longer. It was just a disrupt between the members of different committees, and whether it was bending over and taking it in the rear by paying more, because the city gave it to us, gave us the first 3 months if we picked a site that was not exactly in the downtown area. But we found a place that was pretty close, and it had its effect. In fact, it was very comfortable. It was a very good place. We were able to really do a lot of teaching there. But it was an experiment, I guess.
You know what you were saying about
It's good and bad.
about having pushing a law that you don't feel is constitutional, you have to challenge that in court. And the only way to challenge a law in court uh, directly is
Okay.
to what?
Okay.
Be arrested and have
Oh.
them write it on.
Okay. It's against the law to jaywalk. If there's somebody out, a baby laying out in the street, and you see a bus coming, you're going to run out in that damn street and grab that kid and run back out of the street. Well, that's a weird, that's shooting up, that's a quick one. But something of that sort. Human well-being is at risk. Are you going to just say, no, I'm not going to break the law? Bullshit, you're going to go break the law. Because sometimes those laws, I'm sorry, they don't cover all the bases. Sometimes there's freak situations, whatever happens to be, things change. Something that the law was designed to cover 5 years ago, well, now it's not the same environment anymore. Maybe we need to make changes in those laws, but for whatever reason or another, they're not getting changed or whatever. Was profits over people. Oops.
So we're in an emergency.
People's lives are becoming at risk, and well-being and constitutional rights, all kinds of things. Profits over people, not a good thing.
Here's one thing I want to point out. Somebody was critical of that whole idea, thinking that it was somehow thuggish to challenge a law and say it's not constitutional, and that instead we should go through our legislators or we should make a ballot initiative. And what's really funny is both of those things require people to vote. But if Susan B. Anthony hadn't voted, which was against the law, and then refused to pay her fine, none of the women could ever vote. So it was funny because he's telling me, a woman, that I should only go through the process of voting and faith in legislators that I vote. And yet, if Susan B. Anthony had listened to that, I wouldn't be able to vote. So the whole basis of, and all of our streets that are renamed
Come here, get up here.
end
This is
up
good
being,
stuff.
all of our streets in Portland, all of our holidays and local, lore seems to be based on civil disobedience, people standing up and challenging law, challenging the status quo, being brave.
Wow.
I mean, think about who we have.
learned all
Martin
that.
Luther King.
I've never learned all that.
Cesar
That's kinda
Chavez.
cool.
These are our highway. These are our major streets, and Portland is, always celebrating people who have stood up against oppression, even if it meant that they're challenging those laws. So
That's a neat one.
I imagine that
Kinda
the
like the DC of the
statue
West
over there
Coast.
is going to have something about Occupy in it
Kind
in
of like the
50 years.
DC of the West Coast. Or whatever you want to call it, the Philadelphia of the West
Philadelphia.
Coast. The West Coast. Kind of weird.
Well, I don't think we're the only city. You know what though? Maybe we are. I have never seen in other cities so much reverence for the irreverent. I mean, we really do worship the rebel around here. The leaders, the civil rights leaders, the people who are not afraid to make these changes. But I think America is generally built on that.
Okay.
We love the rebel, including our own history, of breaking out from Britain.
That's a trip. It's on the wrong side of the country. It's a new. I don't know. Maybe it's the Civil War.
Yikes!
Maybe
I would
the
say
Civil War stuff. Maybe it's 'cause of
revolution
the
only
Civil War.
happens when somebody oppresses an evolution. I would prefer we could just evolve.
I don't know. Martin Luther King. That was the new Civil War. I don't know. The Civil War of the 1900s. What do you call it? Not so much Civil War, but I don't know. Human War. for human rights. So I don't know. It's kind of weird.
We had some kudos on information about Reno. I want to hear more about Reno occupation. So you're here,
Small.
but they are occupying right now?
No, we don't have a site.
You don't have a site? Because the
They gave it
permit
to-
expired and you didn't renew it. But is anybody doing anything in Reno right now? GA or anything?
Yes, every week.
Every week you have a GA.
Action committee, every week. Homeless committee, every week.
Homeless committee.
We call it outreach.
Homeless outreach.
Outreach. It's basically has to do with the homeless. There's veterans outreach. They got a good VA system down there. It's pretty much the VA really takes care of business down there. We don't have to do much with that. But they still get involved in that. It's kind of slow, but it's still going. You go online and see some of their work. I haven't even had time to. I've been so busy up here. But
How long have you been here?
2 months.
Now you left and came back?
No, I've been here.
I hadn't seen you around for a
Busy.
while.
Very busy. Yeah.
You've been, now I see you at the assemblies,
For a minute.
spokes.
Starting to, yeah, spokes council. Starting to get involved.
What kind of busy? You've been busy. You mean like life busy or occupy busy or both?
No, life busy.
Okay.
Supporting other groups. Spending some time supporting another group. And taking care of my brother. He's here, he's sick.
Right.
And so I've been trying to find time to spend with him and a little time for my own self.
I remember when you first got
Goofing
here, you were
around.
like, I can't even get to him. I came up here to see him.
I know, that's still hardly see him, but I do. I see him once in a while.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I'm trying to get a little time to my own self too. I was on this stuff solid from November till April, May, November to May. It's a good 6 months solid. All I had to do was eat, sleep, and drink, occupy or something of the sort. The homeless committee, outreach committee. I was still. The site was down, but all I did was eat, sleep, and drink, occupy. It's just people. Took care of it, made my business. And then, of course, trying to take care of myself in the midst, but
You
that
know,
wasn't too hard.
do you know Valentine from Vegas? Well, I got a call the other day, but it wasn't the other day. It was like way back, like on the 7th or something. I didn't know that. I somehow didn't check my machine on my phone, and I accidentally saved it instead of listening to it before I even knew it was there. And I just discovered, but it was something he was asking for that was going to take place the next day. So, it wasn't something I could help with. But I will look forward to calling because, we had some exchange students, so to speak, with Vegas. I mean, we had people coming up that spent some time here who we got to know, and
I think you want to go there.
and
I think you
would
wanna
like
go there.
Really?
I think you want to go there.
Why Vegas?
They are. Okay, there you go. That reminded me exactly. Nevada, foreclosure capital of the country. Vegas, definitely the foreclosure capital of the country. Reno is coming up behind it quickly. I've heard of neighborhoods that first one house will be foreclosed on, and then one or two more, and then all of a sudden the whole street.
What do they do with that
They're
street?
actually, well, maybe not the whole street, but I mean 4, 5, 6 houses in a row. Boom, 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 boom. All closed down. Foreclosure. Nice neighborhoods. You don't know about it. You don't hear about it. You don't see much about it. Just houses for sale. And plus, you don't go in those neighborhoods because they're kind of richer houses. But I've heard stories of that. And Vegas has been getting involved in the foreclosure stuff for a year now or more that I've heard. They should have a lot of experience. They've got all kinds. They've experimented with all kinds of different things. I've heard. I don't know for sure. I've heard they're quite. They've been through a lot, and they really tried a lot of things, and nonprofits, and probably foreclosures, different ways to fix those foreclosed houses. adverse possessions. I'm sure they've had plenty. Um, I don't know. They got labor unions down there. I'm sure they have a lot of work with those guys. Um, Plus, it's just a rowdy crowd, man. These guys
Rowdy.
don't play. This one's Vegas is. We've got 40,000 homeless people down there. I've heard, which is outrageous. Yeah, but even 20,000, even half as much as what I've heard, that's still outrageous. Okay, but then of course you got to understand, some of the people in the motels, the weekly motels that they live in, those are considered homeless.
Yeah.
Um,
Couch
so,
surfing.
So yeah, and those are considered by the census as being homeless people. They gathered 6,000 homeless people in Reno, and I'd say maybe 1,500. And then the ones in the motels. Okay. 2,000 tops. That's why I hear this 40,000. I'm thinking maybe 20,000. And then on the streets, I don't know, about 10,000. I don't know. I've heard there's sure as tent cities and everything down there. People living in the waterways. It's crazy. I'm sure it's pretty rough. The metro down there, I heard it's a police force. I heard they don't play. Just like LA, they don't play around. They'll shoot you, they'll smack you, and they'll throw it. Things are pretty rough. I don't think they waste time on tear gas. They just go straight to the billy clubs. They don't waste time on riot gear. They'll just come in by the dozens and just take you out of the crowd. They've been doing that for years. They're tough. The street sweepers are coming. The street sweepers are coming. Otherwise, I'm just this country boy.
Well, you know, the
Ain't nothing
thing with
fancy.
Vegas is that
I want to go
Vegas
there.
and Reno, how far away are they from each
8
other?
hours, 10 hours.
Huh?
8 or 10 hours.
Oh, wow.
It's a good drive.
Interesting, because
As far as
I
from
used
here
to
to
go
Reno.
backpacking
pretty far.
at Bishop, California,
Yeah, I noticed that.
and we would come
It's on the way to
through.
Disneyland. You're going the wrong way.
Come through. No, we would go. We would go to Reno, or we go to sometimes to Las Vegas.
Yeah, Bishop's on the way to Disneyland. Yeah.
Really?
So you go a different way to go to Vegas.
Yeah, but that's where we hiked out of. So we would come through Nevada first. But yeah, so okay, if we were to have some kind of a simulcast, this was what we talked about doing. We're gonna have a party, and at the same time we had a party here, we wanted to have a party there. Now I just got hooked up on a conference through Google Video in a room where Rise PDX, who's here, recommended me to these folks, and what are they called? Let me think here. Really neat people. Anyway, it'll come to me in a second. But what I could see is across the bottom there were multiple cameras, and when one person talked, it would flash this screen of who was talking, and then minimize, and then whoever else was talking.
That's kind of cool.
But if you could have a permanent split screen, which I know you can, we could have both live stream cameras and show together Portland and Vegas. And if we could send you to, well, you're here, so you'd be represented. And if we don't have an Occupy Reno, then
Send me to Vegas.
send you to Vegas.
No,
Yeah, really.
I really want to go down there very bad. In fact, it's one of my
What is that
stops.
called?
It's one of my stops next year that I want to go to. I've got good things in Reno I want to do in the spring, and then I'm going to Vegas. Plain and simple. I want to learn from those guys. It's one way to learn. I mean, you can read out of the book. Sometimes you got to pick it up, and you got to actually pick the hammer up and hit the nail with it. You can't just know how to build a house by reading out of the book. You got to learn how to do it. So I want to go down there bad. it's definitely on my
You've been
agenda.
talking about
I mean, I
learning
want to go
from
back
different
east.
occupations, and
Yeah.
what is your goal for Reno?
Find out where that little piece is going to fit in the puzzle, and come back and plus I'm predicting that foreclosures are going to get worse there, and I'm just help my little community as well. And find out where this little piece can fit in the puzzle and complete the puzzle. The puzzle being the whole country,
Yeah.
and seeing what I can, what can be done. There's guys there that want to get involved, and women, and
Other
they're coming up with
possibilities.
ideas. I want to come up with an idea of my own, see or try and help
Yeah.
them, or maybe try and understand theirs, whatever it is. I'm just trying to become part of this puzzle and to get to bring back education to them, so that way they can make a better decision.
Hang on. I think it's so loud. I call it my commercial break. I just want to say that the people who had me as a guest for women who were streamers and their conference call, it was called the Other Possibilities Network. And I believe that it's on live stream with the word Other Possibilities. And if I could get confirmation on that from Rise if he's listening. But anyway, so yeah, shout out to them. I need to get back to Artister, and he asked for some feedback on that, so I will do that. Okay, so would you like to have a party where Portland with you, because you're Portland now. Whatever we do in Reno in the future, you're Portland right now. You've been occupying with us for a couple months.
I'm here. I might as well get to work.
That's
Okay.
right. We're
I mean,
working.
I can find time.
Thank you for, by the way, during spokes, when I talked about needing help and for my safety, but also other people, um, that you stepped up and said that you would be here to help and you would stay here, and here you are sitting and watching and staying up. And I know that a big part here is, you know what I thought of when I laid down on the pavement and I tried to shut my eyes? It was so weird. I thought, what if somebody steps on my head?
Oh, interesting. Wow.
But I mean, really, you just
Up
can't
here?
just you can't
Up here?
just sleep on the sidewalk and not be wondering what's going to happen.
Plus, when you wake up in the morning, you're quick looking around, sharp. I mean, like, whoa, what? And you're trying to get your bearings. And you know what? You're not in the same place twice. And then, of course, again, you're trying to get your bearings. Most people sleep at home in their houses. They wake up in the morning a little shaky, but they know they recognize they're in their house and this and that, and it's safe. And okay, maybe I'm
Here we
late for
go.
work.
Here's the commercial break again.
No.
Wow, this is a clean city,
Nah.
not of noise pollution. Yeah,
Nah.
Rise, OPN.
Yeah, it's kind of freaky.
Yeah, so you'll hear that 100 times a night apparently, but not under a bridge. But in the bridge, you might hear a "Get up!
It's kind of freaky.
Get up!"
It's kind of freaky. It's kind of weird to wake up to that kind of crap. I mean, I haven't done it much, but it is.
Now you have indoors. If you choose to not be here, you can go indoors.
Where's indoors? Where?
Or
Portland?
are you in the Right to Dream too?
Yeah.
So tell me about that place, because we
Not
definitely
tonight.
are
Not
supportive of them,
Not
but
tonight.
not tonight.
Not tonight.
It's a whole thing. That's a
I'm
whole
working
new
to support.
show.
I'm working to support them, and I'm laying low on that.
Okay. All right. Well, just so you know, we've had
Definitely
people.
look it up though. Right screen too. I'm supporting them. I'm occupying them, supporting them.
Okay.
Just slightly, but I am. I chose to support them a lot. But still, I've got extra time on my hands, and here I'm getting back into this. I mean, this is. I got to get back on. I got to realize what my goal is, and supporting other people is part of it, but not all of it.
Right.
It's a small part of it. It's not the
So
major
you're here
part
to
of it.
occupy. I mean, you're here with us right now. You're doing
Everywhere
a
I'm off, yeah.
yeah.
My whole life is plain and simple. Somehow or another, it's been my life since last November.
Well, I
And a
imagine
good
you're going to
major
be
part of it.
helping us with the carts.
Yeah, good major. Oh gosh, I gotta ride the bike.
You gonna ride the bike?
I gotta ride the
You're gonna
bike.
take that cart. You know,
I ride the bike downhill.
it's not like we have to have the cart occupation during the day only
No,
here.
I can help with that. Yeah.
We could have it, we could have it over at Jameson Square. We could have it over at Shemansky. We could have it over at, you know, I have a horrible taste of Shemansky, but whatever. In fact, if I eat food and it's sour, I say, ugh, Shemansky. No, I don't know. It's bad, but there are other places. I mean, just saying, we can go to Southeast, for a day of a week.
I tell
It'd
you
be
one
great.
thing, to allow me to learn, being here in Portland is like stepping into the future with Occupy. Like you guys have gone through so many things, and it's important to let people, keep, to spread the education. And it's really cool that I've been able to have the chance to learn the things I've learned. It's been many things. To step into my future of some of the plans that I've had to see, and other people in Reno have had, to see how, if those plans were really good ideas or not, and see some of the pros and cons of those ideas. It's really a gift. If I'm gonna, my pitching in is nothing to repay that gift, not even near. But I'm trying to find little bitty ways without making more of a headache than I am good. Because
You're always
I'm
helping.
just like the kindergartner helping out, the little kid helping out dad in the garage, Don't break everything. Come on now.
No, you do a lot of good.
Dad, I'll hand you the
Do
wrench.
a lot of good. I've never
Is
seen
this
you
the
break
wrench?
anything. I haven't seen you break anything.
I'm learning, but it's really important. This is one of the things I've come to town here for, is to learn, because I heard a lot of good things about what's going on here. And so and plus I had to come here to see my brother and shit. And so I made it my business to keep this in mind and do this too. Right now I should be just dedicating my life to Hank, so worrying about my brother is sick.
Ah.
But I'm allowed to, I can make time for both.
Well, yeah. I mean, he doesn't want you there 24/7, does he?
No.
So you've got to do both. And
I
being
could be doing things to maybe benefit him more, but
well, you have to
I
be
got my own
healthy.
life too. I got my own life.
You have to be healthy, and part of health means doing what you think that you need to do with your soul, and that will come back to him. I mean, if you are feeling strong and invigorated by what you're doing here, that's what he'll get for brother. So, but we understand when you have to make that time, and maybe we can support you in supporting your brother. I mean, I don't know how I can help, but if like for example, if I have a car, this is the first time I'm using my car. So there may be times where in the morning I can drop you off somewhere, because he's up at the hospital.
He's up at top of Burnside.
Okay.
Up on 22nd Street up there. I'd call it a motel. It's an apartment to call it.
Well, if you want to ride in the morning at 8, I can give you a ride. But I'm just saying, there's things.
I'm kind of in a holding pattern. He's got a sickness. I know it's not going to get better. And he's got a wife, and I'm knowing she's getting burned out. In fact, I was just talking to him a couple days ago. She's seriously getting burned out.
Just a second. Commercial break.
They're arguing.
I've learned that you can't hear the person who's being interviewed when that thing goes by. Anyway, now a word from our sponsors.
I'm kind of in a holding pattern right now, in case things got worse. But then I could be there to pitch in. And so in the meantime, I'm definitely spending my time with Occupy, getting back to my business, my work. This is work to me.
Right. There's no question that people here are at work.
Yeah, I'm not just playing this.
Right.
It's seriously my life. There's no use. There's almost no use taking on the other tasks in life without fixing these problems first. You'll fix the other problems, and you'll end up back in a circle.
Oh yeah, you don't have to tell me that.
And so I mean,
I was working on something that I thought was Armageddon prevention, with the GMO thing, and the problem is that my Congress is so filthy from Citizens United that there's nothing I can do through the law
That's intense
to.
stuff. You're talking Chinese to me, but I can kind of understand. That's
It's
intense.
biological threat. It's like a wildfire, and there's nothing I can do until we clean up Congress, because they're absolutely throwing these laws down so fast, including toppling our internet, our freedom of speech, our assembly, our
Whoa, teacher, slow down.
everything, just ruining our
Just
country.
the simple things that I'm looking at is I can
I
go
want
to
them to
work.
stop meeting.
I can go to work at a job.
Take a day off, President.
And get myself an apartment, and then work at that job and try and just stay in that apartment. And then because some company I'm working for is bogus, I end up losing that job when it's time to get a raise, and then I end up losing my apartment. I end up right back on the street. So I just went around in a little circle.
Wow.
Do you understand how that falls?
Yeah.
I'm looking at things a lot smaller. Obviously, you guys in this
No,
big
but I'm
city,
just saying,
yeah.
I have nothing
makes
else on
sense.
my calendar but Occupy right
It
now.
makes sense. Yeah,
I mean, Ernie and I have our priority of this, because without this, I don't feel hope for solving any other problem, because our government is against us
You can
right
solve
now.
it. You
And
can
it's
solve
not
problems, but
the
only
constitutional
temporarily.
government, it's the coup.
Yeah, you can solve problems, but they're not solid solving. They're just they're just a temporary fix, and people think they actually have a complete fix going on, where they have a problem solved, but it's just a temporary fix. It's going to break.
Right.
And you're trying to fix the problems for
Say hi.
a while. Oh no. I know he wants. You want one of these? You want one of these?
Say
You want one of
hi.
these?
Say hi.
Come talk on the camera and you can have one of these.
It's Josh from the Josh and Mary Show, the show that entertains only the hosts. That's our motto. And Dan. Mike, dork.
The irony.
It's not an irony. The irony is that it's you. I remember the week we called him the new metal. Sorry. He was just saying. He's excluded from City Hall. I always say, "Hey, you want some coffee?" And I stand way far away where he can't even come. He pled a deal in his court, and part of that was that he would stay excluded beginning then for another 6 months. Isn't that funny? He's been trying to do all of these actions at City Hall, all of these, petitions and so forth at City Hall. He can't go inside. And the story behind that, this is Mike. Oh, there's a police officer. Hey, Mike, stop. Please. You always do that.
Well, he should be here fucking slowing down next to us. I got something to say to him. If he wants to come here and fucking slow down like he's fucking Clint Eastwood, then he should answer to me. And I've got some questions for him. Like, why are you slowing down? Did we do something to you? I don't like him. Whatever. Is that how you're gonna do it? By being nice to him?
Okay, Mr. Softball with the police suggestion. I seem to remember.
Oh, touche.
I have to stop Mike from yelling at the cops every night. That's part of the job. Let's see. Actually, Rise, everybody here who is houseless seems to sleep through anything. It's amazing. I've seen people sleeping in the snow and not wake up when they were sprayed with that mean-ass sweet street cleaner, sprayed with water, and they still slept through it. It's amazing. Yeah, really, feed people instead of washing the streets 10 times a night. Yeah, what's up? We had to call the guy's boss who was spraying people on purpose with water. I have never caught it on camera because when I finally started waiting for him and I had the approximate time of night that he was going to spray people, he stopped. And then one night I was like, oh, I don't need to charge my battery right away. I can stop worrying about that whole thing. It's cool now. That's when he did it again. But Matthew, as in Matthew Interview Part 2, which I recommend very highly, and I actually put it in the best of when this channel's off air, he called their boss and told on him. He just walks around the corner, looks for a park employee, found one. They told him where the maintenance people were. He calls them and talks to the boss. I got to talk to him too. And the boss said that they would stop spraying people with water on the curb. And Matthew suggested that he could sweep once a week, get rid of cigarette butts and so forth. And I know from helping snipe, we have a lot of cigarette butts on our part of the street. It's kind of ugly. So, oh, you look cool. You look like Darth Maul right now because it only goes from here. Or what? Not Darth Maul. The other guy. Senator. Because he wore the like this. Senator. Yeah. What's his name? I don't know.
Emperor
Palpatine. Emperor Palpatine. Yeah, let's see it. Hold down. You do it? There you go. You just no, that is not the smile of Emperor Palpatine. I don't know. There you go. All right. Anyway, actually, it's a good time for our segment of who is pulling the strings of City Hall. City Hall. City Hall. I know you guys are wondering. That's Wells Fargo. I love it in the fog. You will do what I say. That's what we call a feature. So did you see my car? It's got garbage piled on it right now. I should move that and show everybody my car. My car is awesome. It's Hermione. I would actually really love to be on Art's show and everybody's show. I shouldn't say Art's show because they have a crew, Other Possibilities Network, OPN, which was the inspiration for the People's Open Mic, which is Rise PDX, the second. There are two live stream channels. Hey, Rise. Remy said something rude and he was joking, but I didn't know it, and I'm like, shut up! You have to go listen. It's pretty funny. I defended Your Honor. He got a kick out of that. Anyway, let's see. Okay. I'm gonna go clean off the car and show you my car. Really? So, what'd you think of, you were at Spokes and you were with what, medical or peace and safety? Were you with medical? Okay. Josh, while I go clean my car, you've been in how many caucuses? Of course, if you hear that street sweeper, they probably can't hear you. So all of those car noises, you might as well just not even talk. But you've been in Spokes Council. Every time I see you, you're in a different caucus. So you should tell people about those caucuses. You're leaving?
Yeah, well, things are mellow. We gotta get that damn.
Things are mellow? Are you kidding? You should go. You should definitely go if you need to go. But when people leave, that's when shit happens. So whatever. Sure. Okay. I can't write it down. I don't have a pen. So. Okay. Here, let me walk off camera.